Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on behalf of the favoured selling agents today, LJ Hooker Kensington, for the auction sale here at number 31A, Carlton Parade at Torrensville. It was a great pleasure. We offer the property to you for sale by public auction, and I bid you welcome on behalf of our company. My name is your auctioneer, Richard Thwaites, and certainly a lot of bidders here today, and a great opportunity before you. Today we do have a very special offering, all embodied in the skin of a 1930s church hall, superbly fitted out, an architecturally designed two-bedroom townhouse, one of a pair, excellently located just off Henley Beach Road. And of course, when they fix the Bakewell Bridge, you'll be able to get into town pretty quickly too. From the original welcoming portico with its little Jarrah seat beside it, right through the home to that big rear window with a feature waterfall at the back, this home, it smacks of quality, smacks of style, and it is something out of the box. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck with your bidding today. Now, we offer the property to you under the standard conditions of sale which have been laid down by the Society of Auctioneers and Appraisers and the Real Estate Institute of South Australia, of which LJ Hooker Kensington are proud member agents. Those conditions of sale, together with the Section 7 Statement Form 1s, have been on display beside me here for the required time prior to today's auction. They've also been available at our office at 295 Kensington Road, Kensington Park, and they have been there for your perusal. Those of you who've been interested in the property are deemed to have made yourselves au fait with those conditions of sale, the Section 7 statements, and indeed the contract note, which the lucky buyer today will sign at the conclusion of the sale. Now, we're acting under favoured instructions today from the registered proprietors, and I take this opportunity to thank our vendors very much indeed for his instructions in this matter. And not only those instructions, but the way the property has been prepared, loved and nurtured over the time while it's been in his custodianship. And it is that custodianship today, ladies and gentlemen, we offer to pass to you. But on those instructions, LJ Hooker Kensington licensed agents offer that piece of land known here as number 31A, Carlton Parade, Torrensville, South Australia, 5031. It is allotment number 1 in Community Plan number 22743 in the area named Torrensville in the 100 of Adelaide, and being more particularly described as being the whole of the land in Certificate of Title, Register Book Volume 5935, Folio 15. Now, the property passes today with the valuable improvements you see erected on the land before you here, together with all fixed floor coverings, light fittings, window treatments and all other fixtures erected thereon. There is also included in that is also the water feature, the waterfall feature at the rear. Now, excluded from the offering, as is normal in the passing of residential real estate in South Australia, being the vendor's furniture, personal effects, potted plants and garden ornaments, and a further inclusion, of course, the projector and screen, which is in the family room. Subject to a reserve price today, the highest bidder will be the purchaser. And at the fall of the hammer, you'll be asked to step forward, give your name, address and occupation to the auctioneer, and sign the contract note here for the sale of the land. At that time, you'll be asked to pay the customary deposit of 10% of the purchase price, with the balance of the money being due and payable on the settlement date being 30 days from today's date. There have been some variations to those red terms, and those variations have been agreed to prior to the sale with Gary Top, my assistant, will stand. But to the balance of you, the bidding today is 10% at the fall of the hammer, the rest of the money in 30 days' time. Now, if you don't have your chequebook with you today, we're more than happy for you to pay the money later in the day, but it must be paid today by close of business, being 5 p.m. at our office. Personal cheque, bank cheque, cash and EFT is quite sufficient. No cooling off rights apply to sales by public auction. Once the hammer falls, there is a binding contract both on the owner of this property and you as the purchaser. And to that end, we do recommend the successful buyer take out a cover note by way of insurance over an insurable risk of the property. The insurable risk does pass to you at the fall of the hammer. We strongly advise you cover that risk by way of insurance. And the auctioneer has the right to bid once or more often up to the reserve price on behalf of the vendor, to refuse any bidding we don't deem in the interest of the sale, and to withdraw the property from sale at any time. Ladies and gentlemen, as auctioneer, if I elect to bid on behalf of the vendor today, it will be clearly marked as a vendor bid. You'll be left under no illusion as to where that bid is from, but all other bidding here today is for genuine purchase of this property, and that is the law. Ladies and gentlemen, any questions before I ask for your bidding today?
Mr Auctioneer, I'm presuming this building can be used as an office and as a residence. Is the property going to be sold on a GST inclusive or inclusive basis? Because I'm a company and I wish to apply the margin scheme.
Thank you for your question, madam. The property is a residential 2 zoning and therefore it is not for an office, not zoned for office, as I've read the forms. I have done so prior to, so that's the form there. The other side of it is in relation to GST. It is a residence and no GST is applicable to this property today. And unfortunately, that may preclude you from the bidding, but I suggest you perhaps adjust your bidding accordingly, as you may not be able to use it for the purposes that you wish to.
Mr Auctioneer, I do have a question.
Oh.
I'm bidding on behalf of my parents who are currently in Brisbane, and they won't be back until Monday. I don't want to sign the contracts for them, so is that okay?
Sir, that is fine for you to sign the contract, but you must sign it in your name. As I've already announced that the person bidding today is responsible for their own bids. The highest bidder will be the purchaser and be required to step forward and sign the contract in their name. So you're happy to sign it in your name? That's not a problem at all, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A little bit topical, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, before I ask for your bids today, it would be remiss of me not to remind you of some of the more salient features that this home exhibits. From the Jarrah floored entry, as I've mentioned, that little bench seat there, walking through the home with an office to the right, that beautiful window, the memory window, LED light, part of the original church, down through the family room, the porcelain tiles, leading right out to that waterfall feature, Caesar stone bench tops, glass splashbacks, the ultimate in appliances, the north-facing family room, that lovely winter sun coming in, warming the room, and of course the double garage. Upstairs, 2 large double bedrooms, copious amounts of built-in cupboard space. The feature ceilings. You can lie in bed there just watching the world go by, and think of all those parishioners that were in this church once upon a time as they were looking to the heavens and thinking to themselves, what on earth's going on here? You can remind yourself of that, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, that is what we have today. It is a character property. It does have love and affection with it. To cap off the upstairs experience, of course, there's even the slippery fireman's pole for a quick exit from the main bedroom.